I left the interview. I definitely got the job. There's no question that I got the job. But the energy that I was getting from this woman that interviewed me was it was almost like she was undressing me with her eyes. But maybe I'm tripping. Like, it could just be me. I haven't been in that setting in over a decade because I've been working in television only. There are people, sidebar, there are people that live in Los Angeles and they put on and present that they have the carefree life, but they really have a 9 to 5. They're working from home. They have the consistent paycheck. Nothing wrong with it. But I am not that person. I only, when I said I left corporate America, bye bye. I am out of here. It's too toxic for me. And I'm on this path. And I've only been on this path. So I've only worked in entertainment. So to have a contract negotiation stall all of my other projects and everything that's going on, like my whole life kind of hinges on entertainment. So the writer strikes, this strike, the fire, all of those things, the industry in Los Angeles took a huge hit. Like in 2025, at this time, what was going on is that productions were down 46% here in Los Angeles. Production had begun upticking in places like New York and London and Toronto. Even Atlanta was beginning to see a slight decline in production. So during this time in 2025, right after the fires, there was nothing out here for the entertainment industry, unless you like already had something before all that popped off. So I told him that I knew I got the job. I start on the 12th. No, I start on the 9th. April 9th is when I started. We were breaking these cases down. And so the job, like I said, I was hired as a case manager for this law office in Glendale. And my responsibility was simply just to, I had clients and I would basically investigate their insurance claim. They would contact this law office, say, hey, I have fire damage from the wildfires that took place at the beginning of 2025 here in Los Angeles. I believe that was January 7th, 2025. There were massive wildfires in the area that ravaged the area. And I remember at that time when this was going on, I had donated clothing and food, and I was like, this just isn't enough. Like, we need more. And so to get this opportunity to help the families that have been impacted by these fires, again, the consistent pay, the pay itself, and then my favorite thing, being able to help people, especially people that needed this type of help, because a lot of these, well, not a lot, some of these claims, their claims have been denied. And so we would look at the claim, go through, see if the insurance company did everything they were supposed to do, and then tell, the client, hey, I'm sorry, we went through everything. They actually did dot their I's and cross their T's. There's nothing that can be done with this. We're so sorry. Or, you know what, they missed this, they didn't see this, they ignored this, and then we engage with the insurance company and make them see to those things and hopefully overturn the denial. Now, not every case was a denial. Most of our cases were not denials. But that was the work. I will get back to the cases themselves because, again, that's a whole other situation and a whole other series of videos. But just with the employment itself and the drugation of it all. So that's the work that I was hired to do. We are doing this work, but my supervisor, every interaction that I have with her, I feel that same intensity, that same energy that I felt during my interview. Like, am I tripping or nah? And so I remember one instance in May, like somewhere around May 12th, 13th, somewhere in that week, I had changed the screensaver on my phone. I changed it to one of my modeling pictures. One of the things that I do is, again, I host television content, but I also act, I model. We'll come back, whole other video. So there's a picture though, beautiful. It's one of my favorite pictures. And at this time, as I'm dealing with the contract negotiation and thinking things should be going a certain way, because I am the man, like I've done all of this work, why is there this contract negotiation taking so long? But I put this picture on my phone because it's a beautiful picture, and it's one of the pictures that I look at it as art, and it also reminds me, because I'm always working on self-confidence here. And so I'm like, whenever you're feeling down, this picture is gonna make you feel better and make you feel better about self all at the same time. But this picture triggered my supervisor. I distinctly remember her being at my desk. You know how your phone is just like sitting on your desk. She's leaning over, like she always leaned over, but again, I went to FAMU. I'm a very professional individual. You can lean all you want to. I am focused on this screen. So this time though, as she's leaning over, my phone, I get a text or a notification or something, and it grabs her attention. And I don't know if you guys have ever caught somebody in the middle of them sneaking a look, you know, like my phone lit up and she tried to like sneak a look to read the banner that comes across to see who it is and what's going on. And I caught her. I saw her look at it, but I knew it wasn't nothing. I have nothing to hide. But she saw the screensaver. And when she saw the screensaver, stay tuned for the next part.